My hair looks bad
when I come around.
What is up, you guys? Just kidding.
Wait. Hey, what's up, you guys?
Yes. Blech.
Okay. Guess what we're talking about today?
Oh, we're really in it. Okay. We're talking about...
Shit we listened to when we were 12 and 13.
Yep. Or just, like, stuff from the 90s and the aughts.
That's actually when it's from, but we didn't get around to it until
That's true.
we were, like, 12 or 13. Because in the 90s, I lived a whole 3.5 years of those.
Yep.
And then in the early 2000s, I was like 5.
This is what I grew up on, because my parents are quite young. So at 20, when they had me, this is what they were listening to.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be referencing some old playlists from my old music blog that I had, because, you know, I'm professional like that. I have a The Aughts playlist, Girls Galore, which is all girl groups, and then Boys, 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 which is all boy bands.
I see the top song of that, and I just really wanted... So, I didn't listen to a lot of albums, because obviously I was 5, like, little. And by the time I had my first iPod... Remember when we had iPods?
Yes,
Okay.
I had several, and they all went missing, and I never found them.
I don't have any idea where they are now. The first one I had was... What was this long
The shuffle?
one?
Oh. Nano?
It had a screen. I
Nano.
guess it was a Nano, but then I had the square one, like the actual square Nano.
The little square? Oh.
No, it had a screen.
The chunky boy?
No. iPod Nano. It was the little... At first I had... I'm going to insert a picture here. This one. 4th generation. And then I had the third generation afterwards.
Did you ever have one of the shuffles that clipped onto your belt loop?
Mm-mm.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do know what
though?
you're talking about.
I had a green one that one of my aunts had gotten me for a birthday. I think it was like my 10th birthday or something like that. And she got my name. She got Taylor Grijow engraved on the back of it.
Wow. I did get an iPod Touch eventually.
I had it.
Like,
I got an iPod Touch because I found one inside of a futon in our basement.
Wow.
We bought the futon new. iPod Touch had pictures of, like, this guy and what we assumed to be his wife.
That's weird.
We don't know him. We don't know his wife. So maybe somebody was sleeping in our basement and we didn't know it. But I got to keep it. My parents wiped it and I got to keep it.
Nice. Do you remember Temple Run?
Yeah, big Temple
Sit
Run
on my
fan.
iPod Touch.
Wow, I
and
might
play
download
Temple
that
Run?
later and play.
Yeah, maybe.
Temple Run, Flappy Bird.
Doodle Jump.
Oh yeah.
All that shit.
Bejeweled. I still played a lot of Bejeweled before Candy Crush was a thing.
Yeah.
My dad beat all the levels of Candy Crush, and then they added more levels, and he got pissed. He was like, "I beat this game."
No, when I had my iPod, so my dad got me my iPods, plural, I think. But I would take it to his house and have him download music on it. And, like, you know how you could only download off of one computer? Like, if you took it and downloaded it off an iTunes on another
Everything
computer,
would just
then it
go away.
wiped it. So I would make lists of songs that I wanted. And it was shit like 303 and all of that stuff. And he thought that that was inappropriate and wouldn't put it on my iPod. And I got mad. I'm exposing myself. I don't know if he even watches this. So I said, Dad, can I put it... can I do it at my own house and put it on myself? That way I don't have to bring it to your house every other weekend when I want new music on it. And he said, sure. And it was really just because I wanted to not have to get music pre-approved by my father or a parent of any kind, because they would pre-screen. And they'd put the censored versions, and like, you're not, back then when iPods were a thing, you shared your music with your friends. So you had music that you liked, but it also had to be the cool music
To listen to on the bus.
to listen to on the bus. Yes. And if you had the censored versions, you were pretty lame.
Yeah.
So,
My dad just taught me how to use Pirate Bay and download illegal music.
I use LimeWire.
My dad didn't know how to use LimeWire. My dad and I learned how to use computers like at the same time.
Good.
So like, he would teach me how to do something, and then I'd teach him to stop typing like a chicken. And then he still does. He types with one finger,
Yeah.
and it drives
my dad
me.
did that too.
I'm like, Dad, you work from home as a salesman. You're on your computer all the time. Learn how to type. Sorry, Dad. I know you listen to this,
Hi,
but
Dad.
take a typing class.
It's funny.
It's
I
so
know,
funny.
Like, talking about this makes me feel like
Old.
it makes me feel old, and it's
Yeah.
also like I look at my sister whose first phone was like an iPhone 5,
My first cell
and like
phone.
she's never. My first one was an NV2.
I had this phone from Sprint. It was green and it was like a rounded square, and it slid up.
I know what you're talking about.
It was
Yeah.
made of corn. It was made of it was a biodegradable phone made from corn. I have been an environmentalist since day fucking one.
You have.
I
and you just
spit
spit everywhere. She's really
everywhere.
passionate about her corn phone.
I would get
You
so
still have a little. There
thank
you
you
go.
so much. I spit everywhere. Nobody knows what I feel like there's still spit on my
Yeah.
face. Did I get it
Yeah,
all?
you got it all.
Great, thanks. And nobody knows the fucking phone I'm talking about.
I do.
I'm so glad you
I
do.
do know that it slide up.
Yeah, it slid up. Green
Should we enter? I have to make. God, I have so
phone
many images to
Sprint.
insert. Yeah.
The Samsung Reclaim.
Yeah.
This one's
I know-
blue,
I
but
know
mine was
exactly
green.
What you're talking about. I had an NV2. You know what I'm talking about? The NV2. It was like
Yeah.
it opened this way.
Here it is.
Yep.
This is exactly my first phone. I'm sending you a
We'll put
picture
it
now.
here. Yeah, we got all kinds of pictures. I guess this is just more of an our early childhood experience episode and less about music. Oops. Oh well, it's fine.
Wow, look at it. This really takes me back.
Yeah. Yeah, I had an NV2, but I didn't have texting at first.
That's funny.
I only had calling.
Do you remember text signatures?
Oh, Jesus. Yes, do I? I thought I was hilarious because I've been a comedian since day one. I put in parentheses my text signature was insert signature here because I was funny.
This one?
Nope. That one. That looks like the
LG NV2.
Yep, that's it. Only I had the black one, not the red one. I wasn't cool enough to have the red one. But yeah, that was my first phone. And then I had the blue one that was long, but it slid up. I don't know what it was
This
called.
one?
That was my first phone. Yes. Man.
When the screens are the size of my
When you
pinky
still
nail.
have to remember when you'd use the
Oh, T9, boy.
Yep.
Boy, T9.
Today's
See, my
youth will
first phone
never
had to slide
understand
up, so
T9.
I didn't really have to do T9.
Yeah.
But my parents also didn't let me get a phone until I was 13.
Oh yeah. I
So,
didn't either.
like, on the bus ride home from, like, basketball games, because I was an athlete for a whole hot minute, just kidding, I would have to use my friend's phone and use T9.
Yeah.
She also had this cell phone it was a flip phone, but the camera would flip on the inside so you could take a selfie.
Nice.
And then you could flip it back out if you want to take something backwards.
Nice. My first phone, I had 2 songs on it, and you know what they were?
What?
It was Fat Bottom Girls by Queen and Bring Me to Life by Evanescence.
Very good.
Those were the 2 songs that I had on that phone.
Remember when
and
they
I
played-
listened to them constantly.
Remember when they played Evanescence at the bar the other day? That was fun.
Did they?
They played it at Harry's, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Um,
Let's talk about the music, maybe.
Yeah.
Question mark. I do want to talk about the one album that I was obsessed with. NSYNC's No Strings Attached.
Mm-hmm.
Put it here. This episode is gonna fucking ruin me. Jesus.
This one might be long.
It's fine.
What a good album.
I had an orange CD player, and it matched the orange album art. I was the
Perfect.
coolest person in the world, and I was, Bye 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 obviously is my favorite song,
It's
and
gonna
like
be
ever, not really, but
All that I do.
Is that enough for you?
I love that. I love that Vine of that guy that goes, "It's gonna be me."
Yep. Yep.
Oh, man.
No, I officially reached my ripe old age when my sister sent me, she was talking to one of her friends and she said something about NSYNC, I think. And her friend goes, who's NSYNC? And I was like, well, I'm officially the elderly. Like, I feel so weird because, like, our generation was on the fringe of those 90s babies, you know? Yeah. We weren't actually really, we were literal 90s babies because we were babies in the 90s. Mm-hmm. But we, like, our formative years were formed on 90s culture. Mm-hmm. And then this generation's, the youth today, their formative years are...
Were you a 98 Degrees kind of gal?
Huh?
Did you like 98 Degrees?
I never really got into them, no. I listened to, like, NSYNC, and then I listened to, which I was also, like, the only NSYNC girl in a world of Backstreet Boys girls. Mm-hmm.
I mean, JT is NSYNC, so...
Right. I listened to... Like, I'm going through this all-out the 90s playlist. I listened to a lot of Green Day. I listened to 303, Third Eye Blind. But, like, the classics, you know, Semi-Charmed Life. I actually had Semi-Charmed Life as my ringtone on my NV2 for a while. So whenever I got a call, it went, dit. And that was really cool. Oh, the Goo Goo Dolls. I saw Counting Crows and Matchbox 20 live once.
I remember there was an episode of Full House where DJ wanted to go to a Counting Crows concert. Mm-hmm. And there was something that happened.
I saw them. They opened for Matchbox 20.
Nice.
I got drunk on a Mike's Hard and a Strawberryta at a Matchbox 20 and Counting Crows concert.
I'm so glad.
With my roommate and her mom.
Oh, you know who I love from the 90s?
Who?
Brandy.
Yeah.
Moesha. I loved Moesha.
Sublime, Santeria by Sublime. Mm-hmm. Wow.
No Doubt. Oof. Ugh.
No Doubt.
Oh, love me some ska. Man, the 90s were all about ska.
Ska. Never forget when Amelia's boyfriend Adrian said that we should sing Heroes by David Bowie, but the ska version. I said no.
Adrian's such a nice person.
Huh?
He's such a nice person.
Adrian, if you're watching this.
And the 90s gave us Tupac and then Notorious B.I.G.
They did. See, I never got in really to that realm.
Well, you don't like rap.
I don't. But I appreciate that for what it is.
They gave us Bjork.
Bjork. Jesus Christ.
George Michael.
We got Weezer. Can't forget Weezer.
Shaggy.
Every time, Luke, all the time, will just go, it wasn't me. That's his answer when I'm like, and he's like, it wasn't me.
So there were 3 CDs that I always, I always had with me. Mm-hmm. I had Maroon 5's Songs About Jane.
Yep.
I had Boyz II Men. Let me figure out which one it is based off the album cover. I think it was... Was it Evolution? Might have been Evolution. I had a Boyz II Men CD on me all times. Mm-hmm. And then Usher's Confessions, Part 2.
Mm-hmm. I had NSYNC's No Strings Attached. I had a Britney Spears Greatest Hits CD. I tried to tell you and Evan about that, and we couldn't figure out what it was. I think it was just a Greatest Hits, because it's not like... It's none of these albums. So I had that one.
My Boo. Oh. Usher featuring Alicia Keys.
I was one of my skills that I have is Usher's Yeah. I can rap the whole Ludacris part flawlessly. And I do it at parties and people really look at me weird.
My favorite song when I was 7, Follow Me by Uncle Kracker.
Oh, Jesus.
Follow Me by Uncle Kracker and Picture to Burn. No. Is it just Picture?
Picture to Burn is Taylor Swift.
It's that, you know what song I'm talking about. The Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow. Huh.
Do I look like I listen to Sheryl Crow?
You should listen to Sheryl Crow. What do you have against Sheryl Crow? Picture featuring,
Kid Rock.
yeah, featuring Sheryl Crow. That song. You know what song I'm talking about. It's a duet.
I probably do.
It's-
It's just not coming to me.
Oh man, I have vivid
man.
memories of me sitting.
Oh man.
I had to be really young because this was before I moved to a villa, so this was pre first grade.
Man.
I was sitting in my room with this song on my CD player, just singing my heart out. Did I ever tell you that my parents bought me a Walkman because they thought I was really good at singing? And then I would listen with headphones on and sing around the house, and they were like, "Oh, we were wrong, and this was a big mistake."
Oh no.
Big mistake.
Oh,
Do you like
no.
that meme? That's one of my favorite memes.
Big mistake. This isn't really, I mean, it's music. I got really into Hannah Montana. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I got really into Hannah Montana for a little while. And I say a little while, I mean kind of a long while. I had a Hannah Montana wig, and I had a big vanity with a huge mirror in my room
Wow.
and a pink sparkly microphone, and I would go on tour as Hannah Montana in my bedroom. So there's that.
How do you feel about O-Town?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
All or Nothing by O-Town. You got it. The Right Stuff. New Kids on the Block. Mbop. Hanson.
Mbop.
Classic.
Yep.
Classic boy band song. I Swear by All For One. That's a good one.
How do you feel about the Chili Peppers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old
Ooh.
Chili Peppers, yes.
Ooh.
New Chili Peppers.
Zombie
no.
by the Cranberries.
Oh, boy.
Zombie.
Some girl on American Idol auditioned with that song, and she did it perfectly. Like, she
God.
was basically just, like, I'm not convinced that she didn't just have a sound recorder, like a tape recorder, like, playing out of her throat, because she sounded the exact same.
Yep.
Come Baby Come by K7. Come Baby, 1, 2, 3. You don't know that one?
I'm
Poison
sure I
by
do.
Belle Biv DeVoe. That's a good one. Should we go into girl groups?
Yeah. Let's talk about Avril Lavigne for a minute. I am still obsessed with Avril Lavigne.
Well, have you heard her new album? Because it's bad.
No, I'm not obsessed with new album. Well, first of all, she's dead.
True.
And her body double made the new album. That's why it's bad.
What's her name?
I don't know.
I feel like it's like Courtney or
But
something.
my favorite, I mean, obviously there's Skater Boy, which my dad was in a band. My dad's been in so many bands. I've just this is my life. They had a girl in their band at
Melissa.
one point, and they did Skater Boy. My dad sang the top harmony for Skater Boy, and I have never let him live that down.
That's great.
Yeah. Skater Boy. My favorite Avril Lavigne song is What the Hell.
Mm-hmm.
I will still sing that song at the top of my lungs sometimes alone in the car, and nobody knows about it because it's a secret, but now they do know that I do that
'Cause you
in
just
the
told
car. Because I just told them. Love me some Avril Lavigne. Also Kelly Clarkson.
Old school Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah, God. Yeah, new Kelly Clarkson. Like, it's kind of like that's fine. But no, literally, Moment Like This is another one of those. That was her American Idol. When she won American Idol, she sang that. I will sing that song also in the car alone and just cry usually about it. But no, I remember vividly, I was auditioning for middle school show choir, and I was going to sing Behind These Hazel Eyes. So I would stand in the office with the door closed and the YouTube video playing, being like, because that's a good thing to audition with. But then they changed it, and they're like, everybody has to sing the national anthem. But I was going to sing that song. Destiny's Child.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Jumpin' might be my favorite Destiny's Child song.
TLC.
TLC. Yeah, Waterfalls probably my favorite. What about
Wonderwall by Oasis?
What about so my karaoke song
Mm-hmm.
is Hold On by Wilson Phillips. It's the ending song from Bridesmaids.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Walk Like an Egyptian, the Bangles.
Oh, God.
My
The
Lovin'
Bangles.
by En Vogue. We Got the Beat.
We got the beat. We got the beat.
What about the Pussycat Dolls?
Fine.
There was a
Ooh, Hootie and the Blowfish. Sorry.
there was a girl group in the early 2000s called Cherish. Do you remember them?
I don't think so.
I was like really obsessed with them. It was 4 girls at one point. Maybe it's only 2 of them now. Yeah, it's only 2 of them now. But this was their album cover, and I had their CD,
Wow.
the Unappreciated album. They had Sean Paul on there.
Oh my God. Wait. Hold on. Wait. You know what one of the best songs ever is?
Snap Your Fingers by Sean Paul.
No. Eeny Meeny by Sean Kingston?
Yeah.
And Justin Bieber.
Mm-hmm.
I was so into that. I'm sorry, it just reminded me. I don't know why Sean Paul reminded me of that. I guess because his name is Sean.
Mm-hmm. Salt and pepper.
Mm.
I need some salt.
Salt
Push.
and pepper!
Man, the 2000s really were Kesha's moment, huh?
Yeah. Ooh,
And
I was
James
in
Blunt.
some early Kesha. Have you ever heard the song Peaches by the Presidents of the United States?
I don't think so.
Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches.
Yes.
That's all it is. My dad's new band does that song still, and I was like, this is familiar. And then I realized that it's a really stupid song. Really stupid. But I'm into it. Ooh, little Soundgarden. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Creep, the original.
Yeah.
Also, did you ever have... Oh, also we can't forget Dave Matthews.
Mm-hmm. I've seen him live.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I had a lot of Kids Bop. Here, revealing my age.
I had a ton of Kids Bop.
Revealing my age, I had Kids Bop like 1 through 10. Okay?
I had a lot of them.
I think they're on like 40, Kids Bop 40 something now.
That was like a thing. When they released a new Kids Bop CD, my mom would take me to Walmart till I could buy a new one.
Yeah, I had all kinds of fucking Kids Bop.
They go on tour now.
I wanted to be a Kids Bop kid so bad.
Absolutely.
So bad.
Oh, we can't do a 90s, thousands episode without talking about Erykah Badu and Miss Lauryn Hill.
Yeah. You're right. Man, I'm just going through this playlist and I like forgot.
Yeah. Skilo,
Champagne Supernova.
Mariah, back in her heyday.
Man,
Michael Jackson was still putting out music.
you're right. I don't classify him as
Return of the Mac by Mark Morrison. Absolutely.
that. Absolutely.
If you own
Spice Girls.
Apple.
So I tell you what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I wanna really, really, really want music.
If you wanna be my
So that was disgusting. I'm sorry.
guy, yeah,
I like we both just stopped talking. We're just like,
Friendship never ends. Wanna be my lover. You got to be.
that was just, I think back on that time of our lives and I'm like, what a disaster. But you know, then I think about it, everybody was there. It wasn't like we were just a disaster, you know? What?
Put your records on. Corinne Bailey Rae.
Yep. Yep.
That just really took me back.
Yep.
American Boy, Estelle and Kanye West.
Yep.
Man, this is a good playlist. Amy Winehouse was still
Kanye's
putting out
older
music.
shit, Harder, Better, or is that what it's called? Harder,
Harder,
Better, Faster,
Better,
Stronger.
Faster,
Also, just the
Stronger.
original Daft Punk. Do you remember?
Going back to last week's album, the whole Daft Punk moment on Khalid's, I guess it was 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
Khalid's album. Did you hear that little Daft Punk moment?
On what?
One of his songs. It's not actually Daft Punk, but it sounds just like him.
But no, do you remember the YouTube video where you were like, work it, make it, do it,
Yep.
like that? I got so good at that. Only the real ones will remember sitting in their parents' computer office being like, work it harder, make it better, do it better.
Fergie. That's
London Bridge?
Fergalicious?
Well, yeah.
London Bridge. Man.
I felt so promiscuous listening to that song, and I was like, I had no idea what it meant, and I was just like, but, oh man,
Boy.
God.
Jordan Sparks. Natasha Bedingfield. Nelly Furtado.
We did Pocket Full of Sunshine. Not Pocket Full of Sunshine. Unwritten in show choir my senior year.
Hillary Duff.
Huh?
Hillary Duff.
God. I had her,
I'm like a bird.
I had the one Hillary Duff CD. There was like about a butter, like a cocoon or something. I don't remember what it was called.
Most Wanted?
No.
Come
Maybe it
Clean, that
wasn't.
was a good one.
It.
Come Clean, that was that
Yeah.
song. Metamorphosis.
Yep.
Was that?
It was. I think it was a Metamorphosis album. Wasn't that a whole album? It was green.
Yeah.
That one. Yep, I had that.
So Yesterday, Come Clean.
Yep.
Oh boy, Metamorphosis. Party Up, that was a good one. Look at her.
Stronger by Kanye West is the where he took. It's on Graduation. His Graduation album. That's the only song that I really listened to.
JoJo, did you hear she just got the rights back to all her music?
No, I didn't know she lost them.
The Black Eyed Peas, man, that was a whole time.
Oh, yeah. I was into the Black Eyed Peas also. I feel
God.
so
I feel good after doing
good.
this.
I feel I wish that the 70s through the very early 2000s, golden era of everything. That was the best time of the world.
O-U-S, we're flying first class.
We need to listen to music. You can listen to us sing.
Sierra 1-2 Step featuring Missy
Oh,
Elliott.
my
Missy
God.
Elliott, anything, absolutely sign me up. Sign me up for anything Missy Elliott.
Can we also talk about 303?
I have a really funny video of Evan singing 303.
Good. I want it.
Plain White Tees. Hey there, Delilah.
My God. Okay, this girl that I was friends with.
What's
and
it like in New York City?
You know what we used to say? Hey there, Delilah. What's it like to eat that pie? I don't know why that. I don't know why. I don't know where it came from or why it occurred, but we were like, hey there, Delilah. What's it like to eat that pie? And then that's like the only thing we changed, and the rest was just the same.
Gym class heroes. This is taking me back to my YMCA after football game dances.
Do you remember Stereo Heart or whatever with Maroon 5 and Gym Class Heroes? I listened to that song on repeat for like 3 months.
Mesmerized with Ja Rule and Ashanti. Absolutely.
God.
Okay. Rihanna. 2000s Rihanna.
Bum, bum, beat-em. The first show choir I ever saw, they did Disturbia, and I was like...
We, when I played basketball in middle school, we would play Rude Boy as our last song before we came out of the locker room. I just said dressing room.
I mean, that's more accurate to our lives.
At this point in our lives, yeah. After we came out of the locker room, and that year we won both conferences.
Nice.
And so we said that we were like undefeated that year. So we said that after or before every basketball game, we had to listen to Rude Boy.
Yeah.
So now anytime I think of Rude Boy, I think of
when I played basketball.
Russian roulette, boy.
What's that song? Hard in the Paint by like Waka Flocka. We listened to that a lot. What's the other one that's like, who is it? It's, now I can't even remember how it goes. All the way turned up.
Oh, yeah.
Also, do you remember the John Wall? Do you remember when that was the thing?
Yes, I do, unfortunately.
Christ. Who sings that, All the Way Turned Up? All the way turned up. I don't even know. I don't even think that's what it's called.
Well, I think it is.
Turnt. Roscoe Dash.
Oh, yes.
He did the John Wall too, right?
I think so.
I think so also.
Was it high school when all of the like twerking dance song came out? Came out.
Don't drop that thun thun thun.
Yep.
Hey, don't drop that thun thun thun.
Don't drop your drugs is what that song is about.
Yeah.
Don't drop your drugs. Just dance
twerk.
instead.
Mm-hmm.
Or gas pedal. Boy,
Oh,
I had a
Jesus.
lot of nights where my friends and I would be in my friend's basement hitting the gas pedal,
Yeah, they played
making
that.
vines.
They played that at prom.
Oh,
And Luke
yes.
stood there with his hands on his hips and just pressed to the gas as if he was in a car.
I'm
He
glad.
just went like this. They also played Turn Down for What at prom. And Luke was literally just like freaking out. And one of his friends, because Luke's a very calm person, you know that, unless he's around me, which it's so funny because like the more people get to know Luke, the more that they're like, you are the same person. And it's like, exactly.
Mhm.
One of his friends came up to me and said, what did you do to him? It's like, he's just dancing, having a good time,
That's so
losing his
funny.
shit. But,
Why Georgia by John Mayer came out in the thousands.
John Mayer, MGMT. Shock me like an electric eel.
I suppose Taylor Swift should be mentioned, but
yeah, but
kind of don't
see,
care.
here's the thing. I don't like Taylor Swift.
Me either. She's dropping an album like next week,
don't-
and we're not gonna cover it. Sorry.
You know what? Luke's gonna. We should cover it though if we can get Luke to come on.
Boy. All right, I'll agree
That would be
to
funny.
that.
I want Luke on this podcast right now. He wouldn't. He'd be like, no, let's.
Yeah.
He loves Taylor Swift. That's the strain.
I
That's the
love-
only, really the only conflict we have in our relationship.
We didn't talk about any Disney. Cheetah Girls.
Oh man. Well, we talked about Hannah Montana,
Hannah
a little
Montana.
bit.
Cheetah Girls.
Cheetah Girls. Yeah.
High School Musical. Jonas Brothers.
High School
Camp
Musical.
Rock.
How did we forget High School Musical?
Boy. Jordan Pruitt.
God. Corbin Blue.
I like that
Push it,
I like that
Jump
my
up,
time
baby,
capsule goes from
baby.
Jordan Pruitt and Corbin Blue to Akon and Eminem.
Have you heard Ali and AJ's new music?
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's so good.
yeah.
What-
Paramore.
Oh
Brick
my
by
god, we
Boring
can't
Brick.
forget Paramore.
Paramore. Jesse McCartney. That was another CD that I had on me at all times. Bowling for Soup. Simple Plan.
Oh my god. Bowling for Soup. Well, 1985. Also, High School Never Ends. Do you know something about that song?
Yellow Card.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, Yellow Card.
If you play Ocean Avenue around Evan, he'll lose his fucking mind.
Yeah, good. Rightfully so.
T-Pain. Yeah, absolutely. Red Jumpsuit Peppers.
Oh, Jesus.
Jimmy Eat World. God, I like these time capsules.
Mhm.
They're like, here's what you probably listened to. And I'm like, yes, you're correct.
Yeah.
Collard Greens by Schoolboy Q. Absolutely. Demi
Yeah.
Lovato. She's
Ugh.
still bringing the heat.
Yeah.
Bow Wow. And Chris Brown before he was a
Oh.
Predator.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Brown's earliest album I had on CD. The Chris Brown expanded edition had Run It.
That has the
Excuse Me, Miss.
Wait, go down. I don't remember. Do you remember another banger, Replay by Ayaz?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
Kiss
We
Me
already
Through
talked
the
about
Phone
Lupe
was
Fiasco,
another.
right?
I think I'm thinking of Kiss Me Through the Phone, but that wasn't Chris Brown.
Justin Bieber.
I had so many Justin Bieber posters. One time, okay, if you weren't there for the OG one time, then get out of my face.
Did you know? So
I had My World on CD and My World 2.0.
a lot of people with anxiety and like base level OCD will get one song stuck in their head for the whole entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Evans is Baby. He sings that song every single day of his life.
You know what mine is?
What?
This is a confession. Almost every single morning while I'm getting ready, in my head, I'm going, Frosted Flakes are more than good. They're great. Over and over.
Evan
Every
walks.
day.
When Evan walks, his pace that he walks in is to the tune of, it's like the same tempo as John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. His name is
Good.
So he sings that in his head while he's walking.
Good.
Specifically when he was in college and on campus, that's the pace he walked to. And I just really love that boy
Mm-hmm.
for all of these reasons. He'll just be like cooking something and I'll hear.
He's pure.
I'm like, oh boy, I wish it was any other song.
Yeah.
Just pick another song.
But then the other song would also, you'd be like, I wish it was any other song.
But like, why, baby?
It's a banger, dude. Ooh, My World acoustic.
Acoustic.
Oh, Jesus.
You smile,
I smile. Do you remember Miley Cyrus's, what was it called? When I look at you, or whatever the fuck that is.
You can't listen to Eenie Meenie.
Why?
I forgot that Ludacris is on Baby.
Anybody gonna ever
Chick
come
by
above?
it.
Anybody gonna ever come above? Should
The
we stop?
Yin Yang Twins.
Oh God, should we stop before we fall into a million pieces?
Probably. G-Bus.
I'm really upset that I admitted that my Frosted Flakes thing happens to me in the mornings.
I'm glad though.
I don't know.
We didn't really talk about One Direction or.
I feel like that wasn't. We were kind of just getting out of it. My sister was a Directioner. I feel like it was more.
I will admit I was more of a 5 Seconds of Summer fan because they were less like boy bandy. They were more like rock
I
bandy.
have a confession to make.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really tell the two apart.
5 Seconds of Summer did the Bohemian Rhapsody cover.
I know. I didn't like it. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I
Candy Girl by New Edition.
Huh?
Candy Girl by New Edition.
I never was able to really determine who was One Direction and who was not.
That's
who was
okay.
the other one. But that's okay. All right, should we wrap it up? It's been like an hour.
Probably. I don't know what we're doing next week. Surprise!
Let's do Haim.
Sure.
Which album? We're doing Haim, but it'll be a surprise,
Surprise!
which one it's gonna be. We'll let you know. In the meantime, you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Not MySpace. We don't have one of those. Anchor, Spotify,
Bebo.
anywhere podcasts are. What?
Were you on Bebo?
I wasn't on Bebo. Mm-mm. I wasn't allowed to have a lot of things.
I only was allowed to get Facebook because I wanted to play Farmville,
Mm-hmm.
and my mom didn't want me to mess with her farm.
I had a Facebook. I wasn't allowed to have a MySpace. Luke always makes fun of me for not having a MySpace. He's like, well, when you opened mine, I had like all this stuff, and then it was Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol that played, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, Evan's like, I can't believe you didn't have MySpace.
I didn't.
You would have loved MySpace.
I wanted a MySpace so bad, but I would just go get out my friends' MySpaces and look at theirs with them.
That's why I had Bebo. Bebo was like a protected. It was like MySpace for people that were under 13.
Yeah, I had Webkins and Clipping with.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That was fun. Like literally, like last year, Luke and I were like, we just really wanted to play the Club Penguin Dojo game, so we made Club Penguins and went and played the Dojo game with each other.
That's good.
Yeah. Okay. Bye. We need to stop talking. It's been too long. Goodbye. Thank you for listening to our bullshit.
Is that how you took a selfie?
Up here.
Yep, from up there.